everybody, my name is Flaming Links, and I am a angry boy today, as always. Also, I have a pop filter on, so I can speak a little bit louder, and you won't hear my gums smacking as much, hopefully. Um, today we're gonna continue my coverage of Onision because, first of all, it's really successful for me, and second of all, because I love ragging on this dude. I really, really do. Now, today's topic is more focused on both Onision and Chris Hansen's coverage of Onision, and mainly has to do with how YouTube is handling this entire thing. You see, YouTube very well has the power to take down Onision's channel, and I don't know how they haven't. The, YouTube took down iDubbbz's content cop on Leafy for quote unquote harassment, meaning that YouTube literally got offended on Leafy's behalf, who hasn't been on the platform in like what 3 years, something like that. But Onision's channel is just up fine and dandy, doing absolutely fine. YouTube, the one thing that they somehow managed to mess up, even when they're good at doing it to everyone else, is leaving up Onision's channel, because why not? And just in general, just not addressing him. Now this video is gonna be talking about a little something that a commenter on the last Onision video called Alex Wallace brought to my attention, that I started to look into. And yeah, if this is true, I'm several thousand shades of really freaking angry. I I don't know how to describe to you the amount of infuriating rage I feel built up in my body right now. So to explain this to you, Onision is monetized.
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
He gets ad revenue from those videos. Because why not? Because you can get your monetization taken away for saying for saying words that only children fear, for saying, I'm not gonna say it out loud because I am not home alone, and also if I get monetized in the future, I have heard, I don't know if it's true, but I have heard that YouTube will look at your previous videos and decide whether that decides and decides whether that should be incorporated into monetizing your entire channel or not, which is absolutely bullcrap. But nonetheless, I am just making sure.
Details.
So Onision is fully monetized, and his channel is just allowed to be up no matter what. That is already an extreme problem, because YouTube is petty enough to go to me, someone who doesn't leave a blip on the radar, someone who barely gets recommended. Apparently I got recommended to Alex Wallace, so shout out to the YouTube algorithm for having mercy on me. Just what the hell? What are if like how is this allowed? How is this allowed? I can't. I literally cannot express to you how angry I am right now. I cannot do that properly without shredding your ears and my microphone. But yeah, if he is fully monetized, this is already, I already have so many problems with that.
I have several questions.
Considering the fact that, they have demonetized people for playing a shooter game, even if they're not even saying anything, those videos get demonetized or whatever. But Onision's allowed to be monetized?
As a human being, I have feelings and emotions, and you're bullies and you're horrible to me. It matters because we live in a society where people prey on each other. If you don't want to be a predator yourself, I don't know how much more I can take.
The Tesla I'm driving right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We used to have this game where we would get under a blanket and the dog would mount us.
If Alex Wallace is correct, and if what I've seen is correct, Chris Hansen's videos are being demonetized by YouTube, and he has tried to get an interview with them, and they have completely slighted all attempts so far. So YouTube, tell me, why is Onision, the groomer, the pedophile, the womanizer, the person who idolizes school shooters, and judging from his books, literally only sees any female person as an object of pleasure and not an actual person? Why the hell is he monetized, but Chris Hansen, who is covering and exposing all of this absolute garbage that Onision has been doing, why is he demonetized? Listen, Chris may not need to make videos off of his, or may not need to make money off of his videos, but Onision definitely does not deserve to make money off of his videos. He does not. He really doesn't. He can get a normal job. I don't understand. Where is the line drawn here? Where is the line between where is the line between that's not ad friendly, we're gonna demonetize you, and that's all right, we're gonna keep you monetized?
Hello, I like money.
Where's the line drawn there, and why does it seem to be so backwards under certain circumstances? Onision isn't even like commercially viable unless you're just talking about the massive amount of attention he gets for how infamous he is. Because if that's the case, aren't you some greedy bastards?
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money.
Moving on from monetization, Onision recently released 2 videos. I think I might actually release a third one. I will have to check. But he's recently released 2 videos mentioning the same thing. The first one was him, quote unquote, telling his story, which most certainly was a fake story that did not happen at all.
Before I knew it, he was slipped inside of me.
And he just tried to gain pity because he knows that there are stupid people on the internet, and that there are naive and easily manipulated people on the internet. There are people that are already wrapped around his finger. And there are children and teenagers that are absolutely infatuated with him or his content to the point where they just will not see past that infatuation, but they will not look past that kind of like obsessive nature to actually see reason. And he knows that there's also going to be people who just are sympathetic. Trust me, when I first watched it, I felt shreds of sympathy, which I did not know I could feel for Onision at all. I felt shreds of sympathy at the fact that this could possibly, even a small incondicimal that word even a small shred of a chance that it's there and it's real. Yeah, I'll feel bad a little. But then I started busting out laughing because because there is no way in hell that this is an actual thing that happened, and I absolutely refuse to believe that it did happen, and I know that there's a ploy, and that it's just purely to get sympathy out of me, and it happened for a second, but I feel no mercy for you, Onision. I will not give you my pity. I will not give you my sympathy. That doesn't mean a lot from how small I am, but considering so many other YouTubers seem to be following that same trend of not giving you a break. Yeah, nah. Also, Onision, we will not stop vote-coding you.
I asked you guys to stop vote coding me. You keep vote coding me.
Because it's hilarious. It's legitimately really hilarious. um, it's definitely way funnier than whatever you're pumping out. Basically, the story they told, quote unquote, his story was that his dog, he apparently played this game where his dog would like ride him. Basically like horseback ride him, kind of like that, under the bed sheets.
For the first time in my life, I'm fucking speechless. I got nothing.
Onision's gonna make the most ultimate Predator Chronicles video ever. Mr. GG, get on it, dude. But he basically said that one time whilst he and his dog were alone, his pants somehow slipped off whilst they were playing this game, and his dog started.
My pants had slipped down, and I found my dog was still playing the game where he would mount us under the blankets and aggressively do that.
You will never know my suffering, forever trapped
Before I knew it, he
inside
was
this
slipped inside.
robotic husk.
I don't care if I get copyright claimed. I got copyright claimed on my last Onision video. I don't know if I covered that in my breaking news. I don't need to draw fat people video. That story still ticks me off. You said in like your latest video uploaded that you are a human being and that we should respect you. But when you do stuff so unfathomably disgusting and so unfathomably just relentlessly not comprehensible, I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say because I can't process this. Onision, when you do stuff like this, it's gonna come back to haunt you, and it's gonna do it really quickly, especially considering your popularity and how infamous you are, and the fact that you have fans, let alone supporters of this crap, that are so obsessed with you that they are just blind. They are just blind to what you are doing. Like people on Laneybots level of just obsession. Like back when Kai was Lanebot, or whatever name she at the time was going by before the whole soulmate quote unquote thing happened. Like, she was absolutely obsessed with Onision, and now Kai has been roped in, pulled into this relationship with Onision, and is now a participant of the abuses, of the grooming, of just the really crappy, really just inhumane crap. It shouldn't be happening. It should never this should never happen in the history of the world. But it happens, and it's still happening in 2020. People thought that in 2015 we would have flying cars, and in 2020 we don't. But instead we have Onision, who is allowed to still make money off of his videos because the content clicks now. The clicks, the irresistible dumpster fire that it is, that just draws in views. My last Onision video is up to 82 views and 4 likes. 82, that is a record. 4 likes, that I'm pretty sure that's the highest amount I've ever gotten, and it's also pulled in 3 subscribers on that one video alone. I would happily not have that video exist if it meant that he was that he was off the platform and just out of social media, because at this point he doesn't deserve a platform to say anything. There isn't 2 sides to every story. There isn't 2 sides to every story. I get tired of hearing that. I get tired of there there's 2 sides to every story. You need to hear out the other person before you make your final judgments. I've heard him out. He's had the chance to make me hear out. Yeah, he's upload videos, quote unquote, letting us hear him out, and all he's done is spouted BS, lies, and manipulative propaganda in order to try and save his own skin, and it does not work. It doesn't. And the fact that he is petty enough to still try to defend himself, even sarcastically, is disgusting. It absolutely is. I'm not one to call for deplatforming, but when Onision doxes people with his Patreon, when Onision takes teenagers who are living in rough home situations away from their parents and move them into their household where they grew them to be like them. I swear to God, I don't remember who it is. I should know the names of these people, but there was one person who talks exactly like Greg. He talks, or she talks exactly like him because of how long she was staying at his home, because that's just the kind of influence he has. If Onision, who tried to start a cult, if Onision, who blames rape victims for not wanting to immediately tell the police and say that they are just as bad as the rapists, if Onision, who idolizes school shooters, if Onision, who most likely was the cause of Shiloh's stress-induced seizure, and thinks that it's a good idea to record it, and then tries to justify it by saying that if he was in her shoes, he wouldn't want to be surrounded by doctors. If Onision, who shoves his atheist views in the faces of people praying for a dead person that they idolize and deserve to be idolized, as well as insult the direct family of that dead person, is allowed to be on this platform. I don't want to be on this platform. I don't. This is becoming a passion of mine. Art and this is a passion of mine, and I'm glad that I'm getting more and more time to dedicate to it. But I will happily delete my channel if this is just allowed to continue without YouTube speaking up within any reasonable amount of time. I swear to God, if it's another Alex Jones case where they're still like promoting his crap, even like if he has been fully exposed, which he has, But if that's the case, and it takes them like years to stop promoting that stuff, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, because I can't do it. I can't do anything, man. I can't. I don't have a loud enough voice on on this platform to be heard by YouTube. I don't have a loud enough voice on this platform to be heard by anyone long enough to actually get my impression out there. I don't have the voice to do it, and and there's so many people who do and just don't. I don't care if you don't cover YouTube drama normally. This is something that that will genuinely cause just a major damage to YouTube's reputation. Even if not outside YouTube, imagine being okay with the fact that Onision is allowed to stay on this platform, be monetized, but Chris Hansen, who is exposing all this crap, is under threat of possibly having his videos deleted and not being monetized. Imagine that world. That sounds like a absolutely dystopian, paradoxical world that no one should exist in. But guess what? That's this world. That's this universe. Just why in the end is this happening? Why there's so much that is happening for no reason, and out of the absolute rough, the just piles of coal and BS. Onision is sitting at the top, and he still gets to have a spotlight to spew his BS, to spew nonsense, to defend himself when he cannot be defended. That's wrong. That's just wrong. I'm sorry I got heated at the end there, and I'm sorry if my stutter got annoying to you. If you're listening to this right now, that means you listen to the end of the video. I hope that my edits, post-recording, will brighten the mood up in the middle of the video, because my commentary most certainly did not do that, because I cannot tell you how angry I am about this. I'm sorry if my lips smacked a little bit and you can still hear it. I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with that. I don't have a microphone mixer, so I can't lower the sensitivity or anything about that. So I really apologize for that. And in the end, my name's been Flamey Links, and I'm going to lay down, take a shower, something like that, because my week has been ruined finding out any of what I found out, plus going back to school and all that. But unlike me, hopefully you, even for one day, can have a fire day.
I'm kinda mad, sad, shaking the back forth. These hacksaw slack jaws kicking in back doors. It's awful, stupid chicken pecking debacles with mouthfuls, freaking chickens.